Our project began with a question: how can an overlooked powerline corridor become a place where biodiversity, children, and community can grow together? Before designing, we started with fieldwork. We visited the site, observed the existing vegetation, recorded species, and discussed how people might move through and experience this landscape. Through this process, we began to see the site not as an empty leftover space, but as a potential living classroom.
From our site analysis, we found that the area has open grassland, limited shrubs, some existing ecological value, but also challenges such as low habitat diversity, invasive species, and limited opportunities for meaningful human-nature interaction. Based on these findings, we developed a design that organizes the site into different zones. Each of these zones supports a different type of experience: observing, learning, playing, resting, and biodiversity engagement. The aim is to not over-design the landscape, but to create small interventions that help children safely explore the nature while supporting biodiversity.
So we see the potential for different activities in the site based on children's age group. For example, the nature observation area allows children to use magnifying glasses, notebooks, and simple tools to observe insects, bug hotels, plants, soil, and seasonal changes. The play-based learning zone encourages children to engage with nature through sensory play, storytelling, and small group activities as the way to bring biodiversity to life. We also propose biodiversity learning areas, such as native planting patches, insect hotels, bird-friendly vegetation, and wetland-inspired spaces. These areas are not only for children to look at, but also for them to understand and to contribute to different activities living together. By connecting these zones with safe walking paths, the design creates a journey of discovery across the site.
Our project applies Biodiversity Sensitive Urban Design or BSUD by translating ecological principles into community engagement and learning experiences. So, rather than focusing only on physical ecological intervention, we translate ecological knowledge into hands-on and accessible activities that encourage children and community members to observe, learn from, and care for local biodiversity. For example, we design pathway and activity spaces in an area with high biodiversity potential to support ecological interaction and nature observation. Educational science, place-based activities, and learning infrastructure help children better understand ecological processes and local species. So, the concept is not just about adding more plants or animals, but also creating a connection between people, place, and biodiversity.
My part focuses on how children grow through this landscape and how their actions can feed back to the nature. In this project, children are not only users of the space, they're observers, learners, and future caretakers. When children observe insects, touch plants, record seasonal changes, or help with small restoration activities, they begin to build emotional connections with nature. This creates an infinity loop. On one side, nature supports children's growth. It gives them curiosity, sensory experience, ecological knowledge, and a sense of responsibility. On the other side, children support nature. They learn to protect habitats, reduce disturbance, care for plants, and share environmental awareness with others. So the relationship is not one-directional. It is a continuous feedback loop. Children learn from nature, act for nature, and nature becomes healthier in return. Through research, fieldwork, mapping, and design, our project reimagines the powerline corridor as more than infrastructure. It becomes a natural observation institute, a biodiversity corridor, and a child-centered learning landscape. Even under power lines, the site can be a place for life, learning, and regeneration.